tubular, but it's my first bit of silver with the X-Terra. Hello everyone, welcome back to England's History. Let's have a quick cup of tea. Right, and today we're taking a look at the new Minelab X-Terra Pro. Selectable single frequencies, not a multi-frequency metal detector, 5, 10 and 15 kilohertz. I've already had this machine out, I've already been out for the weekend with it, and the build quality is absolutely fantastic, and it's built like a tank, and for under £300 cracking machine. Let's have a look in the box. The X-Terra Pro, what do you get? Got your warranty and your quick start guide, stem, nice green arm cup, nice and sturdy, robust, control box, strap, alley stem. Obviously I've had this out of the box before, this would normally all be all tidy. Got the charger, coil locking nut and rubbers, and also the arm cup screw. You've also got the elliptical V12 coil. This coil I would love on the 900. It's still got the ground coverage, but it's a little thinner, so it helps you within the separation of, especially on ionised sites where there's lots of nails and stuff. Right, let's put it all together. So you start off with top stem, that is, I think. Bottom stem, yeah. So this is a nice touch, got the quick release cam. I'll show you that now. That just slides on there. You know you've got the right top bit because it's got the screw in the back for the arm cup. But that adjustable to suit, which I'll show you in a second. Arm cup, going to go one way. Pushes on. Little grub screw in the back. Get it to its tight. Get it to its go stiff and just give it a half a turn, quarter of a turn. So now, if you look, it's a bit short for me, so quick release, drop it where I want it, just before the elbow, and then lock it off again, solid. Next one slides in, undo the cams, actually undo the cams, that pushes into there, and the lower stem. It's round carbon stem at the bottom, but it's got that square attachment on the end to stop it. There's no twist in this at all. Like I say, I've been out with it the weekend and it's absolutely solid. Built like a tank. There is a bit of weight there compared to the 800. Not a lot, but it's a little bit heavier, and I believe this coil's got a bit of weight. It just feels a little bit more top heavy than the 900, but that's what you pay the extra money for, innit? This is £300, 300 quid. I think if you try to buy this stem, it's going to cost you 100 quid in it at least, just for the stem. Okay, and the coil, so really the stem and the coil covers the cost. Okay, so you want the Minelab logo at the front, so you know you got it the right way around. The two rubbers, teardrop rubbers, push in the bottom of the stem, both of them. Wiggle them in, make sure it's all lining up, and then through one side, can't go wrong because there's only a thread on one side, straight through into there, tighten it up, just give it a few twists. You want to be able to just slightly turn it so it's not floppy, but it's stiff. And then that'll be cool round. Cool lead round. Obviously you extend it to your height and then put the cool lead to suit, and then connect it in. You can only go one way because there's a little groove on it. I think a lot of newbies are going to be buying this. for 300 quid. There's a lot of machine there for 300 quid. But there you go. That is the X-Terra built in about a minute. Takes no time at all. Quick release cams. The system on it's absolutely beautiful, and the cam locks are very nice indeed. I've used that for the weekend, well, for one of the days on the weekend, and it's solid. It is absolutely solid. The X-Terra isn't Bluetooth like the old 800 and 600. It's the same as the 900 and the Manticore, which is wireless. You can use the Minelab wireless headphones, will connect with the X-Terra, but they're a bit pricey. You're probably looking £120, something like that, £120, £140, which is a big lump that goes on top of this. But the Tony, we've got this off, Tony Strong. He has got, let me just get these. He has some August headphones that you can try on it. Just see how easy they are. So if you want to add, you can even use your own plug-in headphones with a small jack, a mini jack headphone, or you can put the mini jack to a large jack headphone, lead in there, and use the bigger ones wired to it. But it's ever so nice not to have wires, to be wireless, and you're not connected to the machine. So another option through the website, which I've put at the bottom of the screen now, metaldetectorsonline.co.uk. So under the, you've got the coil that goes into there, that never comes off. You don't never need to take that off. Once that's in, leave it in, unless you're, for whatever reason, moving it somewhere or doing something, you have to take it off, but never take that one off. You've got a grub screw there, which makes it waterproof when you're underwater, so always make sure that's in if you're not using this port. And if you are using this, it's not waterproof, so remember that. Don't go in the rivers or sea or anything when you've got the module pushed in. So yes, you just turn your metal detector on, flick the switch on the module, turn the headphones on, that's coming through the headphones. They are very, very loud. Obviously you can turn the volume down if you want. But yeah, just another option for you. You've got a £299 machine. If you want to keep it cheap, don't want to bump the price up with the Minelab headphones, you can get the August headphones from Tony from Metal Detectors Online, and they are really good. I think these are like, I think the headphones are 50 quid or 52 quid, and the module is only £24. You can just buy the module if you've already got some Bluetooth headphones that will connect to this, but you need to make sure that they are good Bluetooth headphones and they're fast. I think it needs to be aptX, low latency, or better. What are you doing, Ted? Go on ahead. Yeah, so if you are going to use just a transmitter and use your own headphones, make sure you've got good headphones. The August ones that you can get off Tony are really, really good. And the Minelab ones are good, but I prefer them. So it's options there, which is great, isn't it? It's nice to be able to have options and you can add stuff as and when you want. But that is the unboxing of the X-Terra. Put that back in there, make sure it's sealed. So there you go, the green machine, the Minelab X-Terra Pro. 5, 10, 15 kilohertz. You can select that to suit your searching. So it is a very deep machine, good depth, like all Minelabs have got. They're renowned for the depth, and the build quality on this is fantastic. It's solid. It has got a little bit of weight to it. I don't think you could have a child under 12, 11 maybe. It might be a bit heavy. But if somebody just getting into the hobby that wants to see what the Minelabs are like, this will do you really, really well. it's, if you've already got an 800, you wouldn't need to buy this unless you wanted a backup. Can you go away, Ted, please? Go on, go away. Go on out. Dogs. Never work with animals. Yeah, in my opinion, if you've already got an 800, this isn't an upgrade, and it's not trying to be. That's why it's £300. But if you've got an 800, or if you've got other machines and you want a backup machine, something that you just want to throw in the car, 300 quid, you can throw it. It's going to last. It is a beast. But also, if someone's just getting into the hobby, this metal detector will be a cracking little starter machine. £300. Alright then. So that's the unboxing of the X-Terra Pro. Nice and easy to put together, nice and easy, nice and simple. I'll just give you a quick look at the settings. I'll do a full settings and modes and all the features and that on another video, but let's have a quick look. So yeah, it's straight away in there, it's telling you what kilohertz you're using. 5, 10, 15 kilohertz. Like I said, I'll do another video in depth. Battery indicator up there, that's the light indicator, so you got your light on. This is your discrimination pattern going across the top. All metal, or with it all on, that you can hear the iron and the good targets. Turn it off and you get rid of the iron, you don't keep hearing the grunts, and you just hear the targets you want to dig. Sensitivity bar on the left. In the house it's a bit noisy, but you can run it quite high out in the field. Across the bottom you've got your modes that you're using, so you just push the far left button. Field 1, field 2, beach 1, beach 2, part 1, part 2. Nice and simple. Turn the sensitivity up and down, just push the plus and minus. There's a little horseshoe button on the bottom left, turns the horseshoe on and off. And then the bottom right, you've got it's like a pulse line which changes your kilohertz. And then in the middle bottom, you've got your pinpoint. Push it once, goes into pinpoint mode. Push it again, it comes out. And also on the top right of the machine, you've got your wireless button. Tap it once, it's searching for wireless. Tap it again, it turns it off. Hold it down, I think it's 3 to 5 seconds, and it will start searching then for your headset. But that's the basic settings. There's a lot more we can go into, which we'll do that on the next video. Right then. Finished my cup of tea now. So, I'll tell you a little bit about how I got on the weekend. We was in Lincolnshire on land that is productive, as in there is some nice finds there, but it's very slow and there's not finds everywhere, so you've really got to work for it. On the one field we was on, it was a quiet one when I was doing the test for the X-Terra, so it was a test for it. I was testing it against other machines that was also on the field. I won't go into names and stuff like that, but one of the signals we got, testing signal before that was dug, one lad got a signal and he's like, would you dig that? I said, it sounds a bit iffy. I went over the X-Terra, banging the signal, pulled the cord off the ground about, I don't know, about 12 inches, 10, 12 inches, and it was just fading off then. So it was a repeatable signal. It had a bit of a crackle to it, but it was still worth digging, because you can't be too picky, especially in Lincolnshire where anything could pop up. And the bloke who was using his machine had the same sort of signal, but he wasn't getting the depth. He was getting about 4 inches off the ground. So then we dug down, seen what it was, and it was a shotgun cartridge, which you've got to dig. That could be a hammer coin, or it could be, it's an iffy signal that a lot of the good hammer coins and stuff can come in at as well. So on that test, on that day, on that conditions, the X-Terra had the edge over this other top-end machine. So that's a good point for it. That could vary. I'm going to do some tests. I've already done a test with the X-Terra and a few machines. on one field on one day, you know what I mean, it can change from field to field. But the X-Terra came out pretty well. That's all I'll say there. But I'm going to be going out, I'm going to be doing, I think I'll do it on a rally, I don't know, where I'm going to dig 5-10 holes of different metals, different coins, different items of different target IDs. So you've got a range from small low conductors to the big high conductors, and see where this shines, if it shines on them all, because the big boys to the X-Terra, you've got the Manticores and the 900s and the 800s and stuff like that. They run simultaneous multi-frequency, so they are probably going to have the edge. This is why you pay the extra money on the larger range of targets, because it's punching all the different kilohertz in at the same time. Where the slight disadvantage of having the single frequency, selectable single frequency, is you're searching for one main target. If you go for the 15 kilohertz, that's probably a good all-round kilohertz to use for most of your searching, general searching, because it will pick up the small and the big, but not as good as the 800, 900. I don't think. We'll see that on the test. But if he was going for the big silvers and he was in 5 kilohertz, he was slowing everything down, slowing the recovery speed down, pumping the sensitivity up to try and punch you really, really deep. By doing that, you're going to lose some of the trickier targets that might be in a bit, you know, a little bit of iron there and stuff. So that's them videos are to come. But overall, for £300, you cannot knock the X-Terra Pro. Can't knock it. Can't. There's the build quality, the performance, the stable it's come from, everything like that. £300, a cracking machine. Cannot knock it for £300. Right, and I'm going to go because I still haven't finished my tea yet. So yeah, I'm going to do some testing. I'm going to do some bench. I always do it. People, you can't do bench tests. It's not scientific. It's not scientific. But I like to do in the garden an air test to see what's the maximum. Cause an air test. If I do an air test with this machine, it's only getting 6 inches. If I go out in the field, it ain't going to suddenly get 15 inches. It just gives you an idea of what the machine capabilities are at best scenario for when you get into the field, just to give you a bit of confidence. You also learn what different tones the machine's giving you, how it performs with iron and the small targets, low conductors, the coke and the high conductor, you know what I mean? So air tests do have a purpose, and people who say they don't, I just think that, I don't know, I think they're just kidding themselves. So yeah, I'm going to be doing some other tests with it, bench tests in the garden, and see how it performs there. So make sure you get subscribed, you click the notification bell, you drop me a like, and you drop me a comment. Right, enough of it, that's getting cold now. I'll see you soon. See you later, bye bye. It's no Roman fibula, but it's my first bit of silver with the X-Terra. 51, 52. If it was a hammer, it'd have got it. It's off a walking stick ferrule. It's not Roman, but it is what it is. It's the first bit of silver for the X-Terra Pro. I've changed my settings. I'm trying to suss it out as I go. I'm using the all tones. I'm in field 2. In field 1, I'm trying to compare it to the Equinox and that, and obviously it's not. It was so quiet, and I'm used to having a bit of noise, so I've gone into field 2, make it a bit more sensitive, use the higher kilohertz, just to try and see if we can get a bit more sensitivity, get in amongst the trash, and it's working so far. So all tones at the minute, field 2, 15 kilohertz, reactivity 2, sensitivity right up. First bit of silver. Happy days.